Okay, there you are. How are you? Hello, can you see me? Can you hear me? I didn't press the right button. I don't know. I missed a button. Was the screen on here? Hiya. Hello, MC Scott. Oh, press the right button. I don't know. I missed the button. Was the screen on here? Hiya. Hello, MC Scott. Oh, press the right button. I try my best not to get frustrated. MC, you don't need to write a million different things. We appreciate it, though. You don't need to write a million different things, but all right. I think it's nice. I shouldn't comment on it. I shouldn't comment. Welcome to the second stream of the day. I'm Lewis Schaffer. This is on what is it called? This is Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. I've got to I've got to move some of the thumbnails to the other screen. I just have a limited number. William Wallace, welcome, William Wallace. 10 eggs is perfect. Is perfect. Joodles is here. Thank you, Joodles. People were upset about our conversation. You could maybe tell us why you're upset, or maybe we're not going to talk about it. Hello, Mark the Rosian. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in. If you missed the earlier show, I'm back because I was at the filming yesterday and on Monday, and it was great. It was really, it's like all, it's funny when you're a big entertainment star, and Louis Schaffer is an internationally famous stand-up comedian, actor, TV presenter, recently seen on GB News, and I was doing and you see these celebrities on TV talking about working with certain guys, and always going, "Oh, it was amazing! It was amazing." But film work is horrific. It's horrific. I don't have a speaking part, not really. It's written on a card. I don't know if they've ever, if they, I don't know how many they use basically one camera a shot. One camera a shot. It's going to be artistic. You can sort of tell it's going to be artistic. It's about what happened in 1964, and it shows the replacements now, and it does it shows them filming the replacements. So that, I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say it. I can't. I'm not saying it. I don't have a speaking part, Mark the Rosian. Who was upset at the conversation? I'm not going to say who was upset. Were you upset about what we spoke about? I thought it was. I thought it was interesting. It was mild mannered. Any kind of negative conversation, anything negative, we didn't. I didn't. I thought we suppressed it basically, or moved on, or whatever. Maybe it is. I'm a bit tired. I haven't had. I'm a bit. I was all right. I was all right at 6, and I'm going to be all right here. I'm a little bit tired. My blood pressure is very high. It's very stressful. Maybe I should. Maybe I should take a pill, a blood pressure pill or something. I don't want to. I don't want to. I want to be thin, and I want to be thin. Have low blood pressure, and let's say I have genetically high blood pressure. Well, 5 markers for high blood pressure. Why shouldn't I just let my blood pressure run with it? Run with it. So William Wallace is here. Chuck us a blunt, MC. Yeah, maybe I should have a blunt before the show. I wouldn't. I've never had a blunt. I've never had a blunt. I've never had a blunt. I just roll it in rolling papers. Don't take a pill. Drink a glass of juice. Well, juice is even worse because it raises your blood pressure 6 batches. I'm having a bit of green tea, which isn't quite green. What they mean, what I don't know much about tea. I didn't want to have a dark tea. I didn't. I don't want to have a dark tea because I'm just. I'd like to be able to. I like to be able to sleep. I recently got not a prescription. I recently bought some antihistamines, and the early antihistamines, the diphenhydrazine, dimine something, you can actually puts you to sleep. The later one, like cetrizine, does not put you to sleep, supposedly, but they say it can. You can take strokes or mini strokes. Take your meds, man. Yeah, maybe you're right. I don't want to take it because it just messes me up. It, I don't know. I don't want to take it. I mean, it's the big discussion. I don't trust doctors. I don't trust you, doctors. I don't trust you. And they look at me and they say, "Oh my God, this guy's like trouble." I don't trust them. I don't trust what their answers, and I don't trust what they create, and I don't trust pharmaceutical companies. The only drugs I trust are you don't trust the main purpose of the drug, but you trust the side effects, like Viagra, the side effects, or this antihistamine. The side effects is sleep. You trust this. You trust that because you can test that out. Is it called side effects? Maybe you should take meds in certain situations. Maybe I should, but why? How is this a stressful situation? This is like back to normal for me. You know what? I'm going to take a pill. You stay right there. I'm not proposing. I shouldn't do this in front of you, but it is prescribed. This is a prescribed medication. No one would ever take this thing for fun. No one should ever take it for fun. And I'll take, you know what I'll take? I'll take a vitamin D. I'll take a vitamin D3 pill as well. Okay, see, I'm taking, can you see the pill? Can you see the pills? Can you see them? Ugh. Not that it'll have an immediate effect. I drink green tea with lemon. Actually, I'm addicted to it now. Is that a joke? Is that I don't see the punchline in that. Green tea and lemon sounds lovely. It does sound lovely. It's nice, Dark. Okay, so we got Darklands is here too. Thank you for coming and joining us to this show. I think look, I just said I'm going to go take a pill. This is as personal a show. I'm not totally personal because I'm talking to a TV screen and you're not in the room. But if you're in the room, you would see that I'm trying my best to be as authentic as possible, as honest as possible. Okay. Oh, pills. If you do, you do. Not anything for years. Doctors' payroll monkeys. William Wallace. William, where are you from? Where are you from? How tall are you? Are you fat? How tall are you? Are you fat? That's our questions. Maybe I should take pills. I don't want to take pills. I don't want to take pills. I like I could feel it. I've got 5 markers on my genetic testing for pills. 5 of them. Okay? So my body maybe needs to have high blood pressure. Maybe it only works at high blood pressure. I remember reading a Dale Carnegie book. That might be too bright. The Dale Carnegie book where he spoke what was he speaking about? It was about I don't remember what he's speaking about, but it'll come to my mind in a second. You won't know what I'm talking about, but generally speaking, the guy has been sold a load of lumber, and he gets all upset. And he's told, and he tells the guy he bought it from that this lumber is defective. It's a size 10. It's a number 10 grade pine something. He says it's defective. 6'4". Wow, 14 stone. No, that's brilliant. Okay, that's good to know. Everybody, let's give William a round of applause. And how old are you, William Wallace? And then it's he's complaining about it, and the guy says, "Well, what are you using it for?" He says, "I'm building the joists between the walls." And the salesman goes, the lumber guy goes, he goes, No, you need a number 4 pine, not a number 10. Number 10 has too many knots in it. You need a number 4, because he wasn't sold the correct thing. Like with me, I've got high blood pressure. I've had high blood pressure since the beginning. I've taken pills for it most of my life, high blood pressure pills. Okay, enalapril, and I'm against it. I'm really against it. If you want to know your biomarkers and chance of heart disease and metabolic syndrome, divide your triglyceride score by your HDL score. It should be under 2. Well, for me, it's under 2. It's under 2. Divide your triglyceride score with your HDL score. My HDL score, I think, is my triglycerides were 0.7, and my HDL score is 1.8, which means that it's low because my triglycerides are low. And my HDL is high. At least it was when I was on a low carb diet. I've been eating over 100 grams of carbs a day. I can't help myself. I had a little piece of bread. I had an Oreo. It's just horrible. Divide it. I've got it. I'll do it right here. All right. Let me just see if I can find my apps. I can't find the apps. Where's the apps? Where's the apps? Who knows about this? We could talk about something else. I'm really I had a. I mean, really. I've been. I was speaking to a friend of mine. He's like really depressed. I thought to myself, wait a second, that's me. That's Lewis Schaffer. I'm not really depressed right now. I'm happy. I can't find the thing. Let me see if I can find the thing, which would be, I forget what it's called. Anyway, so we'll have to look. An angry customer to Lembior, Dale Carnegie. Yes. Are you familiar with that 6 Badges? I've read that book dozens of times, Dale. I took the course dozens of times. I know why people. Under 2 means optimum health in regards to your heart disease. Yeah. Yeah, because, hold on a second. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's called something. I'll tell you what it's called. It's called. Hold on. I gotta look for it because I don't remember what it's called. It's the app for patient access. Oh, it's gonna make me register. I can't remember all of these things. Maybe because I've had a million strokes. Maybe because I'm dying. Maybe you're watching my brain deteriorate under high blood pressure. The takeaway from the Lembiard customer is that people just want to be heard. Yes. No. Yes. No, the person, yes, because they ordered the wrong thing and they blamed you for them having ordered the wrong thing. And is that really what it is? They just want to be heard. Well, I want to be heard. I want you to say to me, why do I have 5 markers for high blood pressure? Because I'm in a panic over everything. Look, I'm in a I should just, these are panicky times. They killed two soldiers in Washington, D.C. I remember when in New York, they were killing all the cops there. It was horrible. I'd come to your funeral just to pad out the numbers. Okay, well, there you go. There'll be 2 people there. So that's you, Mark the Rosian. Thank you very much. That's nice of you. I don't know. I don't know how I'm not going to be there for my funeral. I don't know who's going to organize it. I guess my kids will have to organize it. My girlfriend left me. My wife has a new, whatever. My ex-wife, she's not interested. I don't know. That's going to freak me out. Is that what you're saying, Joodles? That Mark's thought is going to freak me out, that he turns up. It would freak me out. What would be really great is if maybe you showed up, Joodles, and maybe all the other women I've ever met. Maybe there'll be dozens, maybe there'll be hundreds, maybe there'll be thousands of women saying, I'm Lewis Schaffer's husband or wife. Will there be a steak pie? Where? At Lewis Schaffer's funeral? I hope no pie, just bits of meat. I hope my kids have respect for me that way. Have a coffin in the park. Will I be dumped in the park? I just had 2 steak pies, to be honest, from the butcher's. Steak pies are great, but they can be a bit carby. Really. I like steak pies. I like sandwiches. Sandwiches are amazing because they've got the sugar in the carbs and then they've got the whatchamacallit outside the carbs. Outside the carbs. So Joe is here. I hope Joe turns up to my funeral. Let's everybody turn up to Lewis Schaffer's funeral and say, you always loved me. And I really regret that I didn't love him even more. Even more. We will have to paint the bus black for your funeral. Uh, I'm going to be in a coach. In a coach. What is that? Some sort of British thing to paint a bus black, Jedster? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. I've never heard of Clipper tea. Oh, we're talking about teas. I'm not going to talk about teas. I'd say we were talking about me. We can't talk about teas when we're talking about me. We'll talk about you. I'll come in a veil and weep silently throughout. That do you. It would be brilliant. It would be brilliant. Who is that woman? Who is that woman there? Who is that woman? I didn't attend the funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it. Is that a Mark Twain joke? He was the funniest, Mark Twain. Mark, is that really what he said? I didn't attend the funeral, but I sent a nice letter saying I approved of it. Mark Twain is so funny. Okay, Lewis, wouldn't miss it for the Joe. Joe, we started the show with a bit of I did because I didn't think I pressed the right button to get the show started, but the show was already there because it was there on YouTube. But what I do is I start the show at Streamlabs. And then people write in Streamlabs. I don't know. Morbidity, Lewis, you're fine. We don't know if I'm fine. I've been told I'm not fine. And sometimes my brain doesn't work like it used to work. And I'm in a bit of a dark mood. The budgets come out and it's just like, I don't understand it. I tried looking through it. I don't understand it. All I know is they're taxing a little bit of everything to give people more money. This two-child cap thing. Who's going to benefit from that? British women are not having more than 2 kids. Who's going to benefit? The Islamic Muslim people coming into this country. Those people. And they're not even being tested to see if they're meant to be here. I'll be honored to come and look ominously mafioso, Gnome Hunter says. So the people think you had secrets you took to the grave. That would be actually brilliant. People say that maybe, Lewis Schaffer, this whole jokey, incompetent guy thing is just an act. And he's really a dangerous person. That would be fabulous. That's what I'd like to be known as. I want to kill and murder and just do horrible things and not return library books. Not that I'd like to be that way. I'd like people to look at me. I don't want them to look at me and have fear. But sometimes I would like that. Don't you want to do that? I want them to be fearful of me. Would Gnome be good at looking tough? Well, he comes from Greece, right? So they're a bit dark there. So I'm dark. I don't know. Are you dark? Am I being raped? I mean, genetically, you're dark. I've seen the map of where the blonde people are. The budget is not good, but it's not really that bad either, and possibly the most neutral job they could do. Yeah, neutral. We're in a time where people are losing faith in the government, and they don't want us to spend money. We need a revolutionary government, but they hired the part like Labor. It says in the Twitter feed, we're the party of working people. When the truth is, they're the party of people who are like collecting benefits. Me, including myself, I'm under collect benefits. Taxes going up on working people. Good job you're not working now, Lewis. Yeah, they're not the party of working people. David B says, good evening, Lewis. Joyous watch South Park. I don't, what do they think of their humor and how I don't know. What do you think? Remember, David B, always state what you think about it. And then maybe if you want to ask other people what they think about it or I think about it. Okay. I've never seen it really. I'm too old to see it. I'm too old. That's the thing. I'm feeling really old because I was at the movie studio yesterday and the day before. Everyone's young. They're all young. The director is 60 years old. Everyone's in a dark mood these days. Yes, you're right, William Morris. It's true. It is a zombie It's the zombie apocalypse. First rule, run. Second rule, keep running. Yeah. Is that yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, run. Get ready to run. We are of a darker complexion, but not dark at all. Olive skin, IG, you say. We are Mediterranean colored. Yeah, well, I am too. Or you used to be. I don't know if you can see the color that I have here, but I used to be dark-ish. Can you see? Do I see the light? I don't know if I see the light. I see the light. I don't know if the light. Maybe that's a bit too close. That light. I've got a bright light right there. Anyway, I was darker, and now as I'm getting older, I'm getting lighter and lighter, and I have to go. I've got to go. I'm going to make a note of it. I got to go to the sunbed place. They changed the name, Sunbed. Sunbed place. South Park is brilliant, Mark Therosian says. Did you get a UK pension and bus pass? Yes, I did. I was here for 20 years. Yeah, I shouldn't be. Only citizens should get this thing. People with leave to remain indefinitely, no. I don't think so, no. Who's the director? No, it's confidential. It isn't confidential. Someone could probably say. I've mentioned what the production is to a few people, and you could probably guess what it is. Lewis is in a dark mood. Cheer up, Lewis. You're in the film business. Thank you, MC Scott. I was in the film business. And it is a business, though they spend money on this stuff, but they couldn't there's no coffee. There was no coffee. I was in the film business. It was amazing. 2 days. 2 days I was there. But I had to wake up. Got 2 hours sleep. I didn't even wake up because I couldn't get to sleep. I slept for a couple of hours, anyway, crikey, Scott. No, he isn't. This is a good mood. Oh, I'm not in a bad mood. This is a good mood. I'm in a better mood. During the show earlier, somebody expressed that they were upset. Because we were talking about women's stuff. And I don't know. I don't know if they were upset with me or they let the show get out of hand. I don't know. I don't know exactly what happened. What do you think happened? Anyway, I don't want to discuss it. He screamed at Daz earlier, and that was the best moods. What did I say about Daz? Because I said we were in the midst of talking about something, and I'm trying to be more focused, to keep this thing in order, to keep because you could take an idea and you can run with it, which is I'm not adverse to that. I'm all over the place as it is, but I think it's best if we what do we need to do? We need to hold on a second. That's the thing. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Sorry about that. Sorry. There we go. Because I need to be focused. I'm trying to be focused. When my life is so long, I need a photo opportunity. I need a shot of redemption. I don't want to be a fucking cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. You can call me Al if you'd like. Yeah, I'm doing my blood sugar level while I'm talking to you people, just to see, because my blood pressure was high. Let's just see what the blood sugar level is. I last ate at about 7 o'clock. I had a piece of steak. I had a ball of mozzarella, 125 grams. Lewis, I'm starting to think the reason you won't tell us is because you're working for the BBC. Possibly 5.2. Can you see that? 5.2. Whoops. 5.2. It's not good, but it's 5. It's not good. It's not good. I've got to go back to low carbs. No, I wasn't. It's not. It's like the BBC. It's like the BBC, kind of. It's like the BBC. It's not the BBC. It's like the BBC. Thank you for that, Russ. He screamed at Daz earlier. Okay, what did I say? It sounds like Lewis encountered a Karen, and I encountered a Karen at the show, who made a complaint against me. Maybe I deserved it. I'm not saying I deserved it. Feminism is responsible for women working till they're 67. Yes, it is. Yes, it is working. They should work the same age as men, maybe older, because they live longer. No, I don't even believe that. Women like to work. People like to work, but generally speaking, it's horrible. They like to work at great jobs where they're totally in control. I don't know. There's zero idea of what he's talking about, Lewis. She didn't have any idea. I don't know. Bone digger. Is that the lyrics from the song Bone Digger? But I don't know if that's the lyrics. I changed the subject earlier, but hey, I'm happy with this one. Well, you can change it. You could change it or try to change it. I mean, the thing is, we go all over the place. This is about. I mean, really, really, but all over the. I don't even know what we're doing here. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best to do something. I don't know. I'm waiting for like a miracle from the sky to tell me the way I do things in life. I just do them until they no longer work. And you should do them even longer, Lewis. I don't think you liked women working. It's not that I don't like women working. Women don't like to work. Women don't like to work. And I like women. I was married to a working woman and I stayed home and looked after the kids for three years plus. And she hated that. Absolutely hated it. She loved working. I said, well, how can you work unless I do this? She says, well, I want you to work and I want us to hire an au pair. An au pair. And I go, does that make any sense? My kids are going to be raised by an au pair, a 17-year-old Latvian girl or something. Do you think that that's the right thing to do? And I didn't want my kids to be left with strangers who did not love them. That's what I was. I was really, because I felt I was abandoned as a child. I've got major mother issues without being gay, or maybe I am gay. He looks around. He sees angels in the architecture spinning in infinity. He says, Amen. Hallelujah. You will be my bodyguard. I will be your long lost friend. What a great song that is. That's Paul Simon. He was almost like a Bob Dylan or a Leonard Cohen. I mean, I don't think he got the respect that he deserves. In a clearing stands a boxer and a fighter by his trade, and he carries a reminder or reminders of every love that's laid him down or cut him till he cried out. It is I wasn't bone digger, dogs in the moonlight, far away in in my wedlit door, Mr. Beerbelly. Is that the lyrics? I don't even know if that's the lyrics. Get these nuts mutts away from me. I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. I mean, yeah, it's an unbelievably great song. My aunt was called Gay. I went out with a girl who was named Gay. That was her first name, Gay. When you're born in 1960 or something, you can be named Gay, but not now. That was 85 or 86. What was that? What was 85? Yeah, that song. When did that song come out? Yeah, probably. That's right. Around that time. It wasn't the 70s songs. It was an 80s songs. Pure poetry. I still prefer Leonard Cohen, though, says Six Badges. I agree with you. I mean, Leonard Cohen, Suzanne takes me down to a place by the water, or whatever. To da da da, just some, really great songs. I would sit when I was in college or uni, as we would call it. wasn't a uni, but it was as you would call it. You call it a uni, and I'd listen to I used to buy the Leonard Cohen albums cheap at the old record shop, like for $2 a piece or something. He got pelters. What does that mean, pelters, for recording Graceland? But the African musicians loved him. He went over to Africa and he hired all these South African musicians and paid them, and they were all so happy with him. Paul Simon lived in Brentwood during the late 1960s. He would travel to train to Liverpool Street every day. Fact, look it up if you don't believe me. Why would he go to Liverpool Street? I remember he was in England and they released his album. Actually, they put drums in Sound of Silence or something. I know that. I know he's American, but he lived in Brentwood. Yes, he lived in England, and he had broken up with Garfunkel, and he had yeah, and I think his record company took his music and he didn't want any drums on his music. This is what I heard. I might be wrong. Do you want me to check? Raise your hand if you want me to check whether this story is true. This is something that I heard. This is something that I heard. Let's see if I can hear it again. I'm going to check it out. Do you mind if I check it out? Paul Simon in London. Okay. Maybe it's not just London. Oh, 2018, 2000. He also busked in London in the 1960s, part of the folk music scene. Okay, that's not it. In 1965, yeah. So let's see what happened. These are his gigs. He did all these gigs. Grimsby, Stockport, Sidley. See, he came to England. Lewis Schaffer came to England. I guess wasn't quite as loved as I should have been more loved. But this would have been the Lewis Schaffer story. But I got married and I did what I did. I did what I had to do. And I stayed with my kid. Maybe that was a mistake to do. Let me see. Let me see what happened. So they got back together again. I'm gonna have to find out more about this. Paul, can you see this, everybody? I can't see any of your responses. Paul Simon, music, drum, added to music, 1965. Can this be possible? Let's see if we can find it out. God bless. In 1965, there you go. Okay, there you go. The Sounds of Silence. I was right. Read this. The Sound of Silence. Drums, bass, and electric guitar was added to the acoustic recording of Simon and Garfunkel's Sound of Silence without the duo's knowledge by producer Tom Wilson. The remixed version was released as a single and became a hit, leading to the duo to record more songs in this electric style for their album Sound of Silence. There you go. That's so interesting. Basically, they were overruled. They did it secretly. Sometimes you got to treat people bad in order for good things to happen. I know the gig there. I remember hearing the music. I didn't go see the gig because I lived so close to Central Park. I was so fancy back then. I lived on 62nd Street between 2nd and 3rd Avenues, 249 East 62nd Street between 2nd and 3rd. I listened to, okay, there we go. Art Garfunkel was a beautiful vocalist, but Paul Simon was an excellent lyricist, and he wrote the music, and there was acrimony, because Paul Simon, I'm going to say this, and I don't mean to offend anybody, because I feel it. Art Garfunkel was beautiful for a Jewish guy living in Queens, He had pretty privilege at that time. He had pretty privilege. And Paul Simon was not pretty. He was, I don't want to even say the words because height is so used by women against men. And so he was, he wanted to be a star, Paul Simon, and he felt he had to have, what's his name? Art Garfunkel. I don't know exactly how that works, but it wasn't good. It was not good. It wasn't good. And I think it built a lot of resentment. And I think also Art Garfunkel wanted to be an actor without him. He thought, I'm going to be an actor. And he was in a couple of movies. Have you seen Carnal Knowledge? That's one of my favorite movies, Carnal Knowledge, with Jack Nicholson. And he's like horrible. He's having sex with his best buddy's girlfriend. It breaks his heart. Do you remember that? Jules must have seen that. It's all about how horrible men are. And Candice Bergen. Oh my God, she was the most beautiful, lovely, fantastic Candice Bergen. Someone told me Paul Simon has gone deaf, but I'm not sure if that's true. Probably is true because, yeah. Martin Lewis is a Jewish business guy who does money saving tips. Is that a joke or is that true? I mean, you feel bad for Paul Simon. I'm already offended tonight, so no biggie, Lewis. What did I say that would offended you? Art's hair put 2 feet on him. He was still much bigger than Paul Simon. And Paul Simon says to Art, "We're working on this song, like a bridge over troubled water. What do you mean you got to go make a movie? This is the most important thing you're doing." It was like what happened with the Beatles at the end. Ringo Starr had to go make a movie, and they got 2 weeks to make this album. But they were the Beatles, and they could make it in 2 weeks, but they still were unhappy. Weren't they unhappy? I read your mind. In what way, Joe? In what way? Did Joy Division become New Order? Yes, after what's his name died. After what's his name committed suicide, the other two of them became New Order. And they did electronic music, and that's a miracle story, because he was the star. The Carnal Knowledge, great movie, really great movie. You really feel bad for Candice Bergen. Ian Curtis committed suicide. It was just he unalived himself, and it was tragic. And you got the other two. Who were the other two's names? Or should I look that up? Do you want me to look that up about New Order? They're all, well, that name, Martin Lewis, is a Jewish name. It's it's like my name, Lewis James Schaffer. I was named this way, so that, the most goyish or Christian-y name, so that no one would know that we were fitting in. That's why Jews are better than everybody else. We try to fit in, and sometimes we fit in so much, we marry a shiksa woman, and our kids are not Jewish. That's basically the way. So Ian Curtis died. Okay, I'm going to have to look it up. You guys, I don't know. I can't wait. I'm not sure what you're going to find out. But New Order. Baby's got blue eyes. Baby's got green eyes. Baby, da-da. Let's just read this thing. And I never had as it... No, that's not the song, but it's the other song. This song is also, I listened to this song so many times. How does it feel to treat me like you do when you laid your hands upon me and you told me who I am? I thought I was mistaken. I thought I heard your words. Tell me, how does it feel? Tell me now, how do I feel? Those who came before me lived through their vocations from the past until completion. I never looked at the lyrics. Amazing lyrics. What about the other New Order songs? What are the other New Order songs? Let's see. What are the other new ones? Blue Monday, True Faith, The Beat, Temptation. Yeah, let's look at the other one. Sorry about this thing. I'm looking for it. Give me a second. Baby has blue eyes. Baby has blue eyes. Here we go. There we go. Let's sing that. There you go. Hold on a second. Hold on. What am I doing? It's like floating away. Oh, you've got green eyes. Oh, you've got blue eyes. Oh, you've got gray eyes. And I've never seen anyone quite like you before. Oh my God, I sing the song just over and over to my kids. Up, down, turn around. Please don't let me hit the ground. Tonight I think I'll walk alone. I'll find my soul as I go home. Up, down, turn around. Please don't let me hit the ground. Tonight I'll walk alone. I think I'll walk alone. I'll find my soul as I go home. Incredible, incredible. Let's find out what the names of those two are. New Order Wiki. Sorry, I'm looking at Wiki, even though there are long cons. So New Order is a band formed in 1980. Bernard Sumner and Peter Hook. Amazing, 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 amazing. And then they became a hit. You know how hard that is. It's not that easy. It's not that easy to become a hit again. I'm looking at this thing, and I should be in the late 1980s. Yeah, with Pet Shop Boys singer, forgot his name, Johnny Marr of the Smith. The band was called Electronic, so that's after they had been in New Order. Johnny Marr is one of those people. He's like amazing, from what I know. I don't even know, but he never really. I mean, I know musicians. He's like Jeff Beck, or he's like Jeff Beck. Who's the other guy he's like? Where he's like famous among musicians, but wasn't in a band long enough, and his name wasn't that famous. You know, wasn't that famous. But that's great. He died in the... Okay. He died on the 18th of May, 1980. Well, when did they form this new band? They just did it immediately. They did it immediately. I don't know, what are we discussing now? Carnal Knowledge is something that was just an amazing movie. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? It was like almost like French. It was dark. It wasn't even that dark. It was in color. But it's like the story of this guy's life. Actually, when I saw it, I liked it. But I know if I had seen it 10 years later, I would have really. Anyway, this guy, he's just like a player with women. I'm not going to say he reminds me of a friend of mine. He was like a player with women. And then he marries Anne Margaret. Do you remember that? Do you remember he married Anne Margaret? And Anne Margaret is like getting fat in bed. And she's like complaining, you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't love me, you don't love me. Do you remember this? You don't even remember this. And Jack Nicholson is like saying, I would love you if you just got up, if you cleaned the place up, if you made me dinner when I came home. That's what I want you to do. I don't want you to lay there like a slovenly... Everybody knows this when your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife has let you down. That's what carnal knowledge is about. Anyway, so what is our impression of the budget? Are we screwed? Is the country screwed? What have you linked in Discord? What have you linked in? Everybody go to Discord. We've been here an hour. Go to Discord. Like the stream if you can. William Wallace says we're screwed as a country. We're screwed. That's what I feel. I feel we're screwed as a country. When the leader, whatever it is, the elected leaders are so unpopular, right? Number one, that the only way they can think of being popular, we've been screwed for ages, says Joe, is that the only way that they can save themselves is by giving away more money when we have no money, when the country has no money, when they should just admit we have no money. We have no money. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut. It's like today, I said this before. Today, I got criticized. Somebody said that because I said what I said. I made a joke about whatever. You get criticized because people are like so afraid. They're so afraid. 30 years of screwballs. Yeah, it's have to say 30 years since Margaret Thatcher left. Basically, one of my children's is coming in. So the 2-child benefit cap has been scrapped. So the Bangladeshi Somali family with 10 kids can get more benefits. I don't know how much the benefit is. Let's find out how much the child benefit is, and I'll do the math. Hi there, Carnegie. How are you?